Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Yeah, finally getting around to making another video again. It's been probably about a month and a half. It's been quite a while, to be honest. I feel like I say that like every video nowadays. I say I'm going to get back into making videos again and I disappear for like a month or 2 months. But yeah, I've just not really had like the motivation to make videos recently, but you know, I want to get back into it again. And then I'll disappear for like a couple of months again. But nah, I really do want to get back into it. It's just so easy to lose motivation. I mean, it doesn't even feel like a month and a half since I last made a video. It feels like maybe 3 weeks or something. But yeah, time just flies. It really does. It's been another quick year so far. But yeah, I want to get back into making videos again, and this is going to be games I've recently completed. To be honest guys, I've kind of had a little bit of burnout with games recently. You know, with like new games that I've never played before. I kind of like feel like going back and playing games that I've completed in the past but I've not played for like many years. So there are a few games in here that I have completed before but many years ago. I just felt like going back and playing a game I'm familiar with, even if it is, you know, a little bit hazy after all this time. But yeah, just the thought of like starting a new game just kind of, I know I just don't like it. I really don't. Yeah, I've just played a few games recently I've just not enjoyed at all, so I've not really got far into them, so I don't really think I'll bother mentioning them, but yeah, I have completed a few games since the last video I made, the last games I've recently completed. So I've got 2 PS3 games and a PS1 game, and I've also got 3 PS3 games that I've completed before, but again, many years ago, so I've got an updated thoughts on them, you know. So yeah, we'll start off with the PS3 games that I completed. This one I completed like months ago, but again I'm just so behind with these videos that, you know, I just never got around to mentioning it. And that is Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 on PS3. So yeah, about 6 years ago maybe, I played through the first Lords of Shadow game. And you know, I thought it was good. The only downfall I had with it is I felt it was, you know, pretty damn long. And it kind of overstayed like its welcome a little bit, because it's like a blooming 12, maybe even 14-hour long game. You know, it's quite a long time for a hack and slash game. So that was one of my like nitpicks with the game. This is also really long as well. I think this could be maybe 12 hours maybe. So it's maybe not quite as long as the first game, but still pretty damn long. And I think the first game, this feels like it's like a more open world game. You know, you go around, you can like, you know, go back to previous areas. You know, once you get like new abilities, so you can, you know, get like secrets and things. So it's got a little bit more exploration to it. So if you're into that kind of thing, this is probably a better game for you. To be honest, 'cause I'm more like a mission select kind of guy. You know, I kind of preferred like the layout of the first game. We just complete a level and then you go into the next level, and then, you know, keeps going on and on and on. One of my like main like, you know, examples of this would be Rayman 2. I absolutely love Rayman 2 on PS1 because, you know, you can put a level, then you go into the next level with the menu select, or, you know, the level select on the menu screen. And then Rayman Revolution, I played that. I still thought it was a decent game, but it was like more like an open world experience. You had to like access the levels by, you know, basically roaming around in the open world. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I preferred Rayman 2 on PS1. It was just more accessible, I guess. It was easier to, you know, navigate and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like that. And of course, as a lot of people say, it doesn't feel like Castlevania. You know, it's got like a Castlevania setting, you know, of like, you know, demons and zombies, that kind of thing. But it feels more like God of War or something, you know, like combat system. That's kind of like God of War in a way, or even Devil May Cry, I guess, but of like a, let's say, Castlevania with vampires and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still think it's a good game. Overall, I think it was pretty damn enjoyable. It didn't overstay its welcome too much. I did feel like it was kind of like mixing up the environments and that quite a lot, so I didn't really get bored of like seeing the same environments. It's pretty cool, you know, like the kind of like gothic kind of setting. You've got, you know, ancient castle. You've got like volcano kind of areas and stuff, and like icy areas. So it did mix up the environments quite a lot, so I didn't get bored of the environments. Enemy design's pretty damn good as well. A lot of different enemies. Great boss fights. I really enjoyed the boss fights. They were really epic. Not too challenging, just in my opinion the right difficulty in my opinion. Yeah, good game. I like how you play as like a vampire. You can like suck the blood of enemies and things. It's pretty damn cool. I like Gabriel as a character. I think he's a really, really good character. To be honest, I think I said this in the past. I was disappointed how in the first game he sounds more Scottish. I thought, in this game he sounds a bit more English. But it's actually the same voice actor. I did not know that. I thought it was like a different, voice actor. He just sounds less Scottish for some reason. I've no idea why. But yeah, I still think this is a good game. Graphical wise, pretty damn good. Not really many issues with frame rate or anything, so it plays pretty damn well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this, and the first game as well. If you're into hack and slash kind of games, if you like God of War, Devil May Cry, I think you'd really like this game. I do think it's worth a purchase. There's also a bit where you can actually play the rat, and you go into the ventilation systems, trying to avoid the fans and stuff. I really liked that. It was a pretty damn cool feature. Not many games you play the rat, to be honest. And I like how you use like stealth to get past enemies by distracting them with bat swarms and things. So yeah, it mixes up the gameplay quite a lot. So yeah, Castlevania Lord Shadow 2, good game I think. Yeah, definitely recommend it, guys. My throat's blooming dry already. Drinking water, guys, believe it or not. I'm trying to get into drinking more water because it's healthy, apparently. Yeah, it is. It's good for your water, but I've got a habit of not drinking water too much. Next game we have got here is this one I completed about 2 weeks ago maybe, so it's a little bit more fresher in the mind, and that is Just Cause 2. Which I believe is the only Platinum game No, I lie. I think I've got 2 Platinum games in the PS3. Not many Platinum games, so yes, see it's the Platinum Edition. So yeah, Just Cause 2. I've got I've got a major gripe with Just Cause. Not played Just Cause 1 very much, but Just Cause 3, I did not like it very much on the PS4. I tried to play it, enjoyed it for a little while, but then I realised you had to grind to do missions. You had to do side missions and cause loads of destruction, cause chaos, and basically progress with the main story. Of course, this is the same kind of idea, but I don't think it was quite as boring as the third game. This game could be pretty decent at times. I really enjoyed the main missions. But yeah, just the way you have to unlock the main missions, it kind of got on my nerves at times, because the side quests were kind of similar to each other. Basically just go into a building with this group of people and basically just take it over basically. You had to do that so many times, and obviously destroy so many things as well. Destruction is really, really good, I do like the destruction, but the fact that you're kind of forced to do that just to progress with the main story just kind of drags it down a little bit for me. But like I say, not a bad game, but it could have been so much better. Like I say, the main missions are so fun. I wish there was more main missions, I really, really do. I think this game, if you just did the main missions alone, if you didn't have to do the side stuff, you could probably complete it in 4 or 5 hours probably. It is really short, the main missions. But yeah, you've got to do a lot of grinding. So much grinding. And that kind of, that drags it down for me. I like the character of Rico. The environments and that are really, really nice. Other characters are kind of a bit bland, to be honest. Don't really do much. Especially with the side missions, just say the same thing, basically. Oh, do this, do that. It doesn't really add much to the character or anything, so. But yeah, just, like I say, if it wasn't for the fact you have to do so much grinding, maybe just do a little bit of grinding to unlock a main mission, that would be fine. But you have to do so much, you can be hours and just doing blooming side missions, just to unlock the main missions. And I hate that. I really, really do. So yeah, that's my main gripe. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, it is a decent game. I wouldn't give it more than a 6, I don't think, just because of the amount of grinding you have to do. But if it wasn't for the grinding, this could probably be an 8. But the fact you have to do so much grinding brings it down 2 points in my opinion. So yeah, Just Cause 2. I kind of want to play through the first game. I don't know how that compares as far as grinding goes. It's probably similar, but yeah, I would like to play Just Cause 1. I've got that on PS2, but yeah, I don't want to play Just Cause again. Not yet, anyway. I need a break from Just Cause. So yeah, decent game, guys. Glad I played for it. Just too much grinding, in my opinion. Could have been so much better. Okay, so now we'll go with the PS1 game I completed for the first time. And second time, I completed this twice, believe it or not. I completed this twice in the duration of, I think, about a week and a half. And I think this is pretty good, you know. Real short, that's why I completed it twice. I don't know what possessed me to play through it a second time, like in such a, a short, space of time. But yeah, I thought this was pretty damn good. And it is Disney's action game featuring Hercules. Hercules. Yeah. I always remember this game from back in the day with like, the demo disc and stuff. So yeah, I did enjoy it back in the day. And when I got this at a charter shop maybe about 2 years ago, I was happy to get it, but I never really got round to playing for it. And I'm kind of glad I did, because this was a pretty decent game. I know a lot of people really don't like it, but I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was pretty damn good. I mean, like, graphical wise for a PS1 game, it's pretty damn decent in my opinion. I really like the animation of the game. I like the environments are pretty damn good. They're pretty, accurate to the movie. Actually, hold my hands and say I'm not the biggest Hercules fan, as far as like the movie goes. I'm just not that into it. I like Hades as a villain, but I find Hercules and Phil, I find them quite obnoxious, to be honest. Probably especially Phil. Get your sword. He's just like a really obnoxious character. I just think Hercules isn't really that likable. Meg's alright. I like the flying horse as well. It's got it doesn't talk, but it's got a personality of its own. But yeah, in my opinion, Hades steals the movie for me. But yeah, get back to the game already. It's really short. I think I completed it the first time in probably just under 2 hours maybe. And I could have completed it in a lot shorter time if I wasn't stuck on one of the blooming bosses in this game. But I think it's 14, there's either 12 or 14 levels, so there's not many levels, and a lot of the levels are really short. Some of the levels were just boss fights on their own. It's like the fight with Medusa and the fight with the Hydra. They're just, levels on their own. You can complete it in 2 or 3 minutes, really short. It's like, your side-scrolling, platforming, action kind of style. And then you've got there's a flying level later in the game, and there's levels like that where you're running forward all the time. You have to jump over obstacles and things. Really crazy, because a lot of stuff coming at you at one point, so you have to jump over things, and it's really hard to avoid. Luckily they don't really do too much damage to Hercules, or it could be a bit of a problem, But yeah, the one thing I was stuck on in this game for a little while, it took me a few attempts to figure it out, and that was, I believe, the Centaur. Was it the third? I think it was the third level of the game. And yeah, this Centaur boss, you can't damage him. I'm like, how the hell do you damage this guy? And he does actually quite a lot of damage. He's kicks you and stuff and punches you, and he does quite a lot of damage. I'm trying to figure out how to damage this guy. I had went in, I had 8 woman lives going in, and I lost them all. And luckily I had a save game before this, before this level. But yeah, it was really difficult, and then I figured out you had to jump on this rock, and then wait for him to come over, then kick the rock, then you have to jump over him, wait for him to walk up to you and stop, and then you can jump on him. Huh? Who thought that was a good idea for a boss fight? I really don't know. I had I'd say 8 lives going in, lost all those 8 lives, went back and did it a second time, lost all those lives again. I think I might have had 9 lives that time, because obviously I was more familiar with the level. Lost them all again. It was just blowing mad. I was doing all kinds of things, Meg's on the right side of the screen. I was going up to Meg to see if she did anything, but she didn't do anything. That was a dumb idea. Who thought that was a good idea? That's stupid. A lot of kids back in the day would have been stuck on this game because of that. That was dumb. That was bad game design. There's one thing I'll really slate this game for. That is a really badly designed boss. It looks good, animation wise, graphical wise. It's a cool looking boss. But that stupid thumbing mechanic is horrible. Don't like it, guys. Favourite level in this game is the Hydra. Hydra fight in this game is so good. It really is. The music, in the whole game actually, the music's really good. But especially the Hydra boss, that music is so blooming epic. I really love it. The Hydra itself looks absolutely tremendous as well. Really cool design. Just like the movie really, it looks so awesome. It really does. Considering it's a PS1 game, looks so great. And the other thing I'll say as well is the save system in this game is really, really bad. You have to collect 4 pots in a level just so you can save your game or get a password. That's another like really like bad feature. You know, you can go through a level, or you can go through like 3 or 4 levels and not collect all those pots, and you won't be able to save your game. Again, that's just a really like poor designed feature as well. You know, because like these pots, like if they're like easy to find, fair enough. But these pots are like really like, well hidden, and like they're really difficult to find. I couldn't find them very often. I think I saved the game like 4 times throughout the whole game. So yeah, look, I had a lot of lives and didn't get like many game overs. That was it. That boss was the only time I ever had a game over. So 2 game overs is all I had. You know, it was kind of lucky the rest of the game wasn't really like too much of a challenge, or that could have been a problem. It's a weird save feature. Why can't you just save your game or get a password after every level, or every 2 levels maybe? What are you collecting pots? It's stupid. It is. But yeah, really, this is kind of went into like a bit of a rant. But like, you think I hate this game? I don't hate this game, guys. I do think this game's pretty good. Like I said, I do like the graphics. I like the variety of different levels. I like some of the boss fights. Medusa and Hydra especially are really, really good. Final fight with Hades is just so bombing easy. It's unbelievable. Just keep whacking him like over and over and over again until he dies. He's not that challenging. All he does is just go back and forward, cast like fiery spells, and so easy to avoid because he like drops health items and stuff. So one of the easiest boss fights I've fought in like a long time. So yeah, Hercules. Like I say, a good game, not an amazing game, but a good game. Like I said, about a week and a half later, I played through it again, and I completed it in about an hour and 20 minutes. So when I knew what I was doing with that centaur, it was really, really like, easy to just breeze through. But yeah, guys, fun game. I'd recommend it if you can pick it up somewhere. I don't think it's expensive on eBay, but like I say, you might get lucky like me and find it in a charity shop for £1 or something. So yeah, definitely a good game in my opinion. One of the better, movie tie-in games. Because there's not many good movie games, but this is definitely one of them. Movie tie-in games. In fact, I'll not even mention movie tie-in games because that could be a video of itself. I could do like a top 5 like movie games. That might make the list because there's not many good movie games. Okay, so now we'll get onto the games that I've completed before, and yeah, my opinions on these 2 games have definitely changed. Because there was one, it was my favourite in the series, but now I think the other one might be my favourite in the series, or maybe the 3rd one. I'm not 100% sure yet. But these are Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction and Ratchet and Clank Cracking Time. Which I love Ratchet and Clank games, they're so bloody good, they really, really are. But yeah, Tools of Destruction was the first Ratchet and Clank game I ever played, and I fell in love with it. I really, really did. It was quite early, after I got the PS3, so I didn't have many games at the time, so I played through it 2 or 3 times, back in the day. It was just so warm and good. Like I say, I considered it my favourite in the series. And then I played this about 4 years ago maybe, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was like as good as like Tools of Destruction. I thought Tools of Destruction was a lot better. And now I think this game's better. It's kind of crazy how things change. The thing that lets this game down for me now is the motion controls. The puzzles with the motion controls. There's like so many of them. Fair enough if there was like only a few, it wouldn't be too bad, but there's actually quite a lot of puzzles in this game with the motion controls. And I think I liked the motion controls more back in the day than what I do now. I find motion controls a little bit annoying nowadays. I don't know why. I think it was when I first played with the motion controls, I thought it was so bomb and cool, it was something new. I thought it was, it was extraordinary, but now it's just kind of like, meh. I'm just not a motion control kind of guy. So yeah, because of that, I do think this game could be better than it now. In my opinion, this game just feels a lot better than I remember it. I don't know why. Like I said, I did enjoy it back in the day, but I feel like I enjoyed this game now even more than what I did back when I first played it, which is crazy to think. So yeah, my favourite Ratchet and Clank game could be this one or Ratchet and Clank 3. I'll need to play through that again at some point because that was a bomb and cracking game as well. But yeah. In my opinion, still really great games. Both these games are really, really good, but I think I do prefer this one now. just because of the whack. It doesn't have motion controls for the puzzles, which I really enjoy. And yeah, that's like one thing I'll say. Graphical wise, both these games are tremendous though. They both got what you expect from a Ratchet and Clank game. What's the colour, what's the personality, great, enemy designs, great selection of weapons, very, very good characters, very, very good humour. Music's tremendous, really, really epic stuff. Boss fights, really, really good. Environments, did I mention environments? Environments are so good. Lots of different types of environments and stuff. So yeah, I love both these games, guys, but I do think I prefer Crack in Time now. So yeah, but both amazing games. If you're a platform fan and you've not played them, I'd definitely recommend them. Really, really good stuff. And then we go on to the last game I played through, and I want to really start this game because I was in a Skype call with Stars Gaming. And when you're in a Skype call, I don't really like to play games I've got a story or that, so I thought I'd put this one on because I'm not really big into the story in this game, but I really enjoyed the gameplay. And again, I hadn't played this game for maybe 6 years or something, but I remember really enjoying this back in the day. And now that I've played through it again, I think this is actually still a really, really amazing game. I really, really enjoy this one despite its flaws. And that is Need for Speed Undercover. So yeah, big Need for Speed fan. I like almost all the games apart from Pro Street and Shift 2. Didn't like those games. I didn't think much of those games at all. But in my opinion, all the other games are really, really good. Probably my favourite one would be Carbon, and then followed by the Most Wanted game on PS2. Not the remastered one, the remake. That was okay, but it wasn't as good as the original Most Wanted game. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, a really good game. It does let itself down sometimes with its frame rate, and it does freeze now and again when you change car for some reason. But it's not too big a deal, I guess. It doesn't freeze too often. I think during my playthrough of the game, maybe froze 3 times changing cars, which it shouldn't do, but yeah, it's no big deal really. So basically, the story of this game is basically you're kind of like an undercover cop, and you're worming your way into this gang and stuff, stealing cars and that kind of stuff. And basically you're undercover, so you're trying to basically bust them, trying to lure them into traps and things, find out information about these gangs and stuff. But yeah, this is a really good game. Like I say, it's definitely one of the better Need for Speed games in my opinion, despite its frame rate. This game's also got an amazing soundtrack. You've got people like, The Prodigy, you've got Pendulum, you've got Supergrass, you've got Airborne, you've got Ladytron. A lot of really, really good, bands. So it's an amazing soundtrack, and a lot of soundtracks I don't even know who sings the songs and things, but there's a lot of good soundtracks in this. Definitely fits, the high speed, mood, of cruising down streets and things, racing illegally and stuff. So yeah, an amazing game, guys. I would say it's definitely as good as I remembered it, Just a real, a lot of fun. I was just really in the mood to play a racing game. And this definitely, tickled my fancy, Definitely filled that gap I was missing, for not playing a racing game for quite a long time. So, yeah, not really much else to say about this game, guys, apart from the fact that it's really, really good. Customizations, yeah, it's pretty decent. I don't think its customizations as good as previous Need for Speed games, but there's still a bit of customization you can do, a good selection of cars, and loads of events to do as well. So yeah, in my opinion, Need for Speed Undercover, great game. Definitely one of my favourite Need for Speed games. Definitely my top 4 probably. Yeah, Need for Speed Undercover, amazing game. So anyways, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really, really appreciate it. What do you think of any of these games here? And have you played Hercules? If so, what do you think of Hercules? Do you think it's a good game? I think it's a pretty damn decent game, to be honest. And if you've played the Ratchet and Clank series, what is your favourite Ratchet and Clank game? I'd definitely be curious to know that. Because, it's an amazing series in my opinion. So, yep, thank you very much for watching, guys. And, yep, catch you all later.